Hi, I'm Catherine.
And wait, what? Shut the pie hole, Sadi. But anyway, how was your spring break?
It was aight.
Just
I mean, it did snow.
Yeah, you're right. But how about we get to some announcements?
French Club students are reminded that the Chazy Museum tour is this Wednesday. You will have to leave your 7th hour class at 3:25 and be able to leave by 3:30. Make sure your 7th hour teacher signs your permission slip to leave early and make up any work you have missed.
Track's first meet was March 26th. Softball's first games were March 29th. Baseball's first games were last Friday. Girls soccer first games are tomorrow. And boys golf first matches are a week from today.
The Encore and Mad City Show Choir are presenting their annual cabaret variety show next week on Thursday and Friday, April 7th and 8th. Student tickets are $5 and can be purchased in advance or at the door. Buy your tickets now from any show choir member or Ms. Belkey in room 1001.
Dress up and dance the night away at one of the most fun events of the year. East Jazz Dinner Dance will be happening this year at a new venue. The East Side Club will host this year's biggest band event on Friday, April 15th. Tickets for the dinner are $35, but students can purchase a ticket to dance only for $5 from a jazz band or jazz orchestra member. Dinner starts at 6:30 p.m. and the dance starts at 8 p.m.
2016 Little Heart Pergola Preschool is recruiting 3, 4, and 5-year-olds every Tuesday through Friday in May from 9:30 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. in room 146. Please contact Ms. Thede Ray with any questions.
East softball Aiden Romer had a strong outing last Tuesday against Memorial, recording 9 strikeouts in 6 innings of work. Both Candace Kipp and Andy Hernandez had a double, and Jesse Inman drove in East 2 runs against Memorial. Good work, gals. Come support softball at Tuesday's game versus Middleton at Olbrich at 4:30 p.m.
Students, Fine Arts Week is April 18th through 22nd, and we want to see your talents. Auditions for Student Showcase will take place after school on Monday, April 11th at 2:45 in the theater. You must sign up for auditions first in room 1027 by Thursday, April 7th at 4 p.m. Mr. Millish will be in touch with you with any details before audition. You know what stinks?
What?
We're getting a new theater.
Sadi, how and why does that stink?
Because it's going to be ready next year, so I won't get to see it.
Well, that's okay. It's going to be really cool, and maybe it'll give me an excuse to come back after I graduate.
Celia Ramsey has a scoop.
East Theater has seen many different faces over the years. But starting at the end of April, the Margaret Williams Theater will undergo drastic changes.
Well, we're all really excited for the renovations. Almost 10 years ago, there was a parent group that got together and started raising money to renovate the theater and kind of bring it back to its original size, shape, and aesthetic. And of course, with the theater being a part of the referendum, we're actually able to see this happen. So we're all very, very excited. It's going to change the culture of all the programming in the arts here at East, and I think it'll change the culture of the building as well.
I think that the new theater will allow us to have much higher quality performances in all of our arts and performing arts programs at East, mostly specifically because now will hopefully be set up in a way that the audience can hear what's on stage, and this on stage doesn't necessarily hear everything going on in the audience. So that's nice. Probably better acoustics, hopefully.
The renovations will bring many exciting changes for the theater and music departments.
The big improvement that everyone probably is aware of is the seating. So we're going to have new seating, of course, as part of the new theater, as well as 2 vomitorium aisles through the middle, so it's not just one long section of seating. One thing that when we kind of came into the process with meeting with the architects that we were interested in is the acoustics of the space. Anyone who's been in there for a play can certainly understand there are acoustic challenges in the Margaret Williams Theater. So the architect, along with our theater consultant, along with an acoustician, have come up with plans to really make the sound really work in there.
I think we'll have more pride in our theater if we have a better theater. I think it'll create a more cohesive East community and have like a gathering place for people to see arts and culture and stuff like that.
The new theater will be finished sometime early 2017 and will be an awesome new facility for the East High community. Signing off for Tower TV, it's Celia R.
You know what my favorite event in the theater is?
The ACT?
No, cabaret.
I don't know. The ACT is pretty great.
Well, Anyway, Josh and Celia are going to tell you about Cabaret and the Jazz Dinner Dance.
Jazz Dinner Dance is a massive musical event that the jazz bands of East put on.
I'm very excited to perform at the Jazz Dinner Dance because I've never even been to the Jazz Dinner Dance. And
that's always a fun thing to do. I've got to do it 2 years in a row, even though I'm only a sophomore, because I had the honor of being in jazz band.
I believe that it's going to be a great performance, a hype performance, and quality.
Cabaret is another musical event that East show choirs put on.
Cabaret is probably hands down everybody's favorite show choir performance of the year.
Cabaret, although I spend a lot more time playing trumpet, Cabaret is probably, I'm going to say, one of my favorite musical things to do, or musical performances that I get to do in the high school year.
I'm extremely excited. It seems like a lot of people are really happy to come out and support the school and support the effort and just have a really good time that night. So with the great music, I just think it could be a historical night, one to remember.
The Jazz Dinner Dance and Cabaret are magical nights. Everyone should attend. Signing out for Tower TV, this is Josh Graham and Celia Lunar.
Dang!
Senior basketball player Dang Dang has been selected for First Team All-State, along with receiving several other awards, so we decided to sit down with him to talk about what these selections mean to him.
Being First Team All-State means a lot because that means I'm one of the best players in the state, and to be that is a blessing. I mean, all the hard work me and my team did in this preseason is starting to pay off now.
I think he's worked on every single aspect of his game, from defense to free throw shooting to developing a mid-range jump shot to working on his three-point shot. Well, I think the reason he developed all those areas of his game is that he's a workaholic. I mean, he has worked, he's been in the gym, he always wants to improve areas of his game, and I think that is going to help him develop at the next level. So
one highlight of my East basketball career is probably when I dunked at the end of the Memorial game last year and kind of stormed the court after. That was pretty cool. My plan for next year is to head off into a JUCO and transfer out after my freshman year and probably go to a bigger Division I school.
And he's going to a junior college, Division I junior college, and his goal, his dream is to play Division I basketball. And I think with his work ethic that he's going to be able to get there.
Sadie, what are you doing?
I'm practicing looking both ways before I cross the street.
That's silly. Pedestrians have the right of way.
But you still gotta be safe. It's a dangerous world out there.
True. Connor and Marcellus have the story of safety on the streets.
I was a skateboarder, it was just an original day.
Yeah, I was crossing the street on my way to work.
I was hurt pretty badly.
I broke my tibial plateau bone.
That was during lunchtime, actually.
And I was on my phone, I wasn't paying attention.
The bus ended up crashing to me.
And a turning car hit me.
And didn't realize that there was an actual bus coming up from behind. And I was just going out for, a usual skateboard stroll. Coming down this way right here, as you see, the same street that I got hit on. And I guess I didn't check behind me. And
I had to get 2 plates and 9 screws without bearing weight on my leg for 3 months.
My body was paralyzed down from top torso to lower torso.
Look both ways when crossing the street, walk in a crosswalk, and don't be on your phone when you're crossing the street.
Well, it was pretty devastating when it happened. People that I actually wasn't going to make it was just pretty sad.
I'm still kind of salty that it snowed over spring break.
Yeah, well, some people had fun.
Like who?
Well, the BSU had a spring break trip. Israel can tell us more about that.
Many of you may have heard about our school's Black Student Union.
but most don't know much about it. We sat down with Mr. Peterson to get an overview of the club and its purpose.
BSU is a student-run, student-led organization called Black Student Union. Its purpose is to promote awareness and leadership of our black students and our black student body. It's not necessarily exclusive to black students. It's open to any and all students who want to come in and have a passion or a feel for matters that affect all students of color, but those issues tend to affect black students much more harshly than they do other races at this point in our history, I guess.
Another thing you may have heard about is the spring break trip. We talked to Mr. Peterson and the BSU president, Infinity Gamble, about the trip.
The spring break trip is our HBCU trip, Historically Black Colleges and Universities tour, which is aimed at giving exposure to our BSU students, or primarily black students, giving them exposure to colleges and universities out there that are predominantly black. Just giving kids exposure to college and what that life and what that energy feels like to be in an environment that's full of people that look like you, which especially here in Madison you don't get.
This year we're going to Atlanta, Georgia, so we're definitely viewing Morehouse and Spelman and other places. We're going to museums and going to Underground Railroad.
Infinity not only talked about the trip, but she also commented on why she wanted to join BSU and why others should join it as well.
My role in BSU is the president, so I make sure that when we start something, we finish it through and make sure I incorporate everyone's ideas. I wanted to join BSU because I wanted to be around people who wanted to share our culture in a bigger way and just be surrounded by people that look like me and aspire to do things like me. You should definitely join BSU because it's just to be around people who enjoy the same things you do. It's just like another club to just feel incorporated and a part of a different type of community. Lots of people think that you have to be black to be in BSU, which is not true at all. If you just want to learn more about the culture of black people in America, definitely join BSU. If you just want to be a part of something better and bigger, definitely be a part of BSU as well.
Signing off for Tower TV, this is Israel, Cameron, and Cortland.
Have a good week, East High. We'll see you guys in May. This is Sadi.
And Catherine.
See ya.
Beat go off?